What's going on, everyone? Week 1, we're playing the Dolphins. Let me go through the roster, show y'all everyone. So, obviously quarterback. We got Tyler Crawford coming back for year 2. Excited to see what he'll do this year. Javonte Williams, Antonio Gibson, good 1-2 punch. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, insurance policy. Cortland Sutton, he's a good number 1-ish. Like, we just have him as number 1 because of his size and his ability to, go get jump balls. But really, Jerry Jeudy is going to be getting the bulk of the work, and we're going to be working on a long-term deal with him. Marvin Mims, after that. Actually, let's go to the salary screen. It's not as pretty, but it'll be easier to flip through for everyone. So, yeah. We got 3 years left on his deal. Jameis leaving after this year. Gonna work. I think he wants a 2-year, $7 million deal, which I'll give to him for that. That'll be the end of his prime there. And then, yep. Jalen Reagor's a good, ish, could fill in maybe a couple games. Taylor Costa and Devon Leary. This guy's undrafted free agent, but this guy was drafted, 5th round, I think. 6'4" from Ohio State. Maybe long-term develop to try to get... He reminded me eerily of Cortland Sutton. 91 speed, 96 spot catch, 6'4", 91 speed, 87 spot catch. If I can just dev him up. Yeah, tight ends were set for the foreseeable future. We're going to be starting Peter Lamb. So Jedrick Wills will be... We might work him in at left guard. We might. Line's looking good. Shane Street's good. We got LaMarcus Ashmore behind him. Shouldn't see many snaps, but he's a rookie. Fuck, what round? 4th round? Yeah. His ratings don't suggest it, but he's pretty decent depth. We get 3 or 4 devs on him, he'll be good depth. If we can just get him low 70s, potentially 6 years, he could be Dorrance Armstrong for us, or Zach Allen. Keon White, someone we traded for. Good power move, he's alright. But, yeah. He's alright. He's got 2 years left, though, so good depth. Grover Stewart brought back. Deshaun Hand we brought in. And Shai Tuttle we brought in. So hopefully those guys can make up that D-tackle room. Matthew Judon we brought in on a 1-year deal. Jonathan Cooper and him will be splitting reps there at outside linebacker. This guy, Yasir Abdullah, he's at 96 acceleration. Yeah. Fast as fuck. Not a lot of moves. Barely any moves, but just fast as fuck. So that's something. Middle linebacker core, bring him back, but we also got this guy. He'll be our sub linebacker too. He's just got 99 hit power and decent coverage. I'm talking decent. Then we got Baron Browning. Marcus Davenport backing him up, but yeah, hopefully this is a year maybe he'll get to 90 overall. Who knows? Gonna be working on a long-term deal with Pat Surtain as well. Michael Carter, obviously, Obvi, Greedy Williams, Obvi gonna be working. Him, Ralph Dickerson we drafted, so maybe he can develop. Pretty solid, not too bad, not too shabby, just solid. So these two, solid ass depth right here, for real. Solid ass depth. Gonna keep them forever. Good. Just pay him. Yep. One more year with him. 3 with him. And then, what a steal, dude. I'm gonna pay him so much money. I'm gonna pay him so much money. Alright, but yeah, that's our roster. We're going to be running back the same... Ooh, Monday Night Football. We're going to be running back the same... Whatchamacallits. Actually, let's look at their throwbacks. All white. 1984. Oh, yeah. This will be good for Monday night. But let me cut the mic. Love y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Dolphins and the Broncos under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night, all sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Crawford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They give it to Williams, running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Off the play fake. Crawford. They'll roll him out right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 26-yard line. Off play action. Crawford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down, Gibbs. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a game that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Achane. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Achane gets it from the gun. Shrugs him off. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. 41 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake. Crawford. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first. new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Up the middle, Achane. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. They try the left side here with Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Crawford. And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw on 3rd down. Crawford. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down. Off the play fake. Crawford. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Off play action. Gibbs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Gibbs. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Operating from the gun, Crawford, flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the...
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Gibbs. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Back to throw. Gibbs. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibbs. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they... Scored on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On second down, a run with Gibson.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Once more, Gibson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibbs. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This time they stay on the ground. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A final shot before break. Crawford. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Jared Goff, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. H-in here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the bootleg. Gibbs. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Second down and 6 now. Hill going to go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw on second down. Gibbs gets this one to Hill. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll lead here to a third down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw on third down. Gibbs. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now this throw caught left side, and they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 43, here's second and a yard. Off the play fake. Crawford, he'll buy some time right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on first down. Crawford under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Off play action. Crawford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Williams will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So the second time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. big-time job, and, of course, he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A give, running right, Achane. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. Welcome back now to Denver. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Gibbs. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 54 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Denver's offense now set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Crawford sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw again, Crawford. And he comes back with one complete. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gibbs. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Looking to throw. Gibbs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Off play action. Crawford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Gibbs.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Gibbs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Going to look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's a 2nd and 7. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So the Dolphins now down by a field goal, 53 ticks to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
He's got it complete to Waddle. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That'll be caught by Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Crawford has set up the screen for Gibson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously...
They've got his man complete. A huge play there in overtime. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defense.
defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Gibbs. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. It sent him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in it, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And you just had the feeling when they took the field for this drive, they meant business. They knew a field goal would keep the game going, but a touchdown would end it here in overtime. And that nearly did it right there. What a play to put them in position to win this ball game.
112 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Ball on the 39. Here's the second down and 4. Off the play fake. Crawford. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there at 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. Now second and 9. Off play action. Crawford. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to win this football game here in overtime.